Yo, what is up, everybody? Me and Dan here today. Dan, what's up?
Yo, what's up, everybody?
And today, we're getting into the Buffalo Bills against the New York Jets. It's a home game for Buffalo. So the first thing we're going to be talking about is the New York Jets' strengths and weaknesses. Shouldn't have said the first part. All right, so the New York Jets, so the Bills obviously are in the same division as the Jets, so they play each other twice a year. In 2019, I was interested to find out the Bills won their first game in New York, so it was an away game, and they won 17-16. What? A 1-point game. But then I was like, it's early in the season. That's kind of weird. And then in December, late December, they lost 13-6 at home. What? That's very fluky. I don't think this is likely to happen again because that was a low-scoring game, and the Jets got rid of a lot of pieces on defense. Rip C.J. Mosley. Rip Jamal Adams. The Jets wide receiver room is a big question mark. I think Brashad Perriman and Jamison Crowder have some potential, but I don't know how high the ceiling is for those receivers. The Jets' best players are Sam Darnold and Quinnen Williams. Apparently, Le'Veon Bell has been super disappointing in training camp so far, which is not good at all for all Jets fans. The Jets are a team that fell short in 2019 because Darnold had mono, but this year they will fall short for a very different reason. Lack of talent on the roster. Dan, go ahead.
Yeah, so I agree with most of the things you said. I think the New York Jets, I thought they were pretty decent last year. They had a 7-9 record. They won pretty big games, like against the Cowboys, against the Steelers at home. But on the road, that's a different story. The Jets were not a good team. I think their passing game's actually going to get better this year with Brashad Perriman, he's very underrated in my opinion, Jamison Crowder. So the receivers are probably going to be decent, and Chris Herndon's probably going to be a good tight end for them. But when Le'Veon Bell, a star, first all-team pro, running back in the past for the Steelers, plays like a third-string running back, kind of disappoints, Jets fans. And trust me, I can say that. So Sam Darnold, I think, might have a good season. But on the contrary, their defense is not going to be good this year. I believe the Jets' defense was actually pretty decent last year. I wouldn't say it was the best, but I thought it was pretty good. But when you lose your star players because they're just salty about being there, Jamal Adams was traded. This team, I'm not going to say it's bad. I want to say it's not going to be good this year, but in the future, it's going to be better because it's going to get first-round picks. All their players are going to be back. So this year's not good for Jets fans, but next year will be fine, all right?
Yeah, maybe next decade. But all right, Buffalo Bills. Buffalo Bills has a lot of strength this year. I really like the talent of every single positional group on their offense. Offensive line, maybe not as much, but, decent enough. My guy, Devin Singletary, got to learn how to be a running back from one of the best running backs of all time, Frank Gore. And then in this game, they go against each other head-to-head. Obviously, Frank Gore's on the Jets now. The trade for Stephon Diggs gives Josh Allen, who already has a cannon for an arm, another downfield threat to go along with two consistent receivers in John Brown and Cole Beasley. The Bills also have a God Squad defense that might be top 5 in the league. Tre'Davious White, Micah Hyde, Jordan Poyer, the list goes on and on and on and on. And the Bills are also in a division in which I believe they outrank all 3 other teams in their division in roster strength. Cam Newton to the Patriots obviously shakes things up, but luckily the Patriots' entire defense opted out. I honestly don't see many weaknesses here, but one long-term weakness will be the Chiefs and Ravens. Obviously, with teams like the Chiefs and Ravens in the same conference as you, it's going to be a hurdle to overcome.
All right, so yeah, the Buffalo Bills, I think they're going to be a good team. Probably make the playoffs, like most definitely. And I debatably think they're even going to win their division against the Patriots because don't underestimate the Patriots. They're cheaters, but you already know that. So their offense, they have good players. Josh Allen with a cannon for an arm, throwing to Stephon Diggs and John Brown. 2 decent receivers. Stephon Diggs is definitely a star, a Pro Bowler. And that passing game is going to get better than it was last season, which I think is the biggest improvement this team had in the offseason. Along with Devin Singletary and Zach Moss at running back, the running game is going to be decently good for the Bills once again. And their defense, top 5 in the NFL. Tre'Davious White, one of the best players in the NFL at cornerback. and this defense is really good. So we're just gonna have to see what happens.
All right, so there it is. The Buffalo Bills against the New York Jets. Now we gotta say who's gonna win this game. In my opinion, no brainer. Bring out the massacre. The Buffalo Bills massacre the New York Jets. You know, it was close twice last year. No, it's gonna be a different story this year. R.I.P. to the New York Jets. Bills win big.
All right, I'm gonna go with the Bills also. But mark my words, I wouldn't be surprised if this game was close, just like it has been in the past. Only because they're division rivals. They only lost a couple of their star players on defense, the Jets did. And they still have a good offense in New York. So it could be a close game, like literally a touchdown difference. But on the contrary, it could be a 20-point game. So we're just going to have to see what happens.
All right, subscribe if you want to see more content. We're grinding. There it is. We're going to drop some more matchups later on. 2 videos a day. We're going to try to keep it going. Subscribe. There we go.
Thanks for watching. Adios.